Hello, we are at week 3. We are taking our digital stock and going through our first review questions. Before we do that, I have them in front of me, so if I move my eyes, that's what I'm looking at. I apologize if my dogs start barking at any moment. They're all laying around me. I have always loved or wanted to I've always loved horses, and I've always wanted to have a horse, and I did have one for a very long time. I had many of them in my life for a long time. Um, so I always wanted to work with horses, and that's what I did, and I've always loved them, and that's been a huge part of my life up until 2 years ago when I started teaching. I had a lot of life changes happen and went from full-time horse life for decades to teaching. So that's where I am now. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by horses, everything about them, animals in general, but definitely horses specifically. From the moment very first memories, I saved up money as a child from working, and I bought my first horse myself, and that was the beginning of all of it. If I had more time, I would like to own a horse again. It is a part of who I am fundamentally. I really, really miss it. I would love to be able to have the time to enjoy that activity again, even if it were just getting back into riding and maybe not owning a horse of my own right now. That's something I definitely like to make time for. And some activities that put me into a flow state are working with horses and running and teaching. I go into the zone. It is nothing else is in my brain. That is what I'm doing. I am in that moment for as long as I am doing it. All of my senses are involved in those activities. I have no other thought but then what I am doing in that moment, what I am with, be it running with my dogs, teaching a classroom full of 8th graders, or working with horses or training wild horses and other things like that I have done. Non-digital activities that I have not done in a long time and I would like to do in the next 3 months. That's kind of tight fitting, but what I would really love to be able to do is go hiking. I would really love to go hiking specifically in the redwoods. I've never been to the redwoods, and I think that would be a beautiful place to explore and something I'd really love to do, as well as revisit some of the Cascade Lakes. I would really love to go to yoga classes again, something I have not had time for, and I really, really enjoyed. And obviously, again, own a horse that I haven't had in over a year and be riding again, something I haven't done with any long-term in-depth activities with those things in quite a while. I just really wish that I could get back to it. So hopefully maybe that's something I can do in the next 3 months. We'll see. I really hope that this has interesting to me, or interesting to you as it is to me. I find all this quite fascinating. I look forward to seeing everyone else's journeys and replies and getting through this week's content. Have a great week.